Hi everyone, it's 9:59, so I'm gonna get started in about a minute here. Welcome to those of you watching this. This is my first Facebook Live video, so I hope I'm doing it right. We'll start at 10 o'clock. Alrighty, it is 10 o'clock on the dot. We are going to get started. Welcome everyone. My name is Eva. I'm a group exercise instructor at the JCC. So today I'm going to put you guys through just a little stretching series. The class is going to combine some of my favorite dynamic and static stretches. And pretty much anyone can do these. We're going to start with some more dynamic stretching to get the blood flowing, and then we'll go over to some static stretching to really get into those muscles once we're warmed up. We're all going to be focusing on our breath, moving through the stretches. I'll talk you through that. We're going to do some forced exhalation breathing, which is used in Pilates, and that's just to really focus your breath on your core. So I'm going to show modifications. Of course, do everything at your own pace. If something's a little too much, reel it back in, or you can also make it a little harder if you are not feeling the stretch. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, hopefully you guys can all hear me and see me. So we're going to start just on our feet. Your feet should be about hip width apart here. Just feel nice and grounded. You're sending your energy straight through the soles of your feet, okay? I just want to start focusing on our breath. You're just going to let the arms hang down by the side, making sure you're really grounding yourself. All 10 toes are spread out on your mat or on the living room carpet, wherever you might be doing this. Have those palms facing front, yeah? Loosen up those fingers. Just feel the energy flowing straight down through your fingertips. I want you to start taking some nice deep breaths here. Just focusing on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, okay? Just a few seconds here, nice and simple. We want to start connecting the breath to our body, okay? It's really important that we keep breathing throughout an entire stretching series. You want to give your muscles oxygen. That's how they're really going to work to their full potential. So once again, make sure those feet are nice and grounded here. Palms facing me. Nice deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Rochester, New York. Little cloudy, little gray, but that is okay. Take a few more deep breaths here at your own pace. In through the nose, out through the mouth. As we do these stretches, try to let your mind just be in a comfortable place. Try not to be thinking about anything. If you have anything on your mind, try to let it go. You just want to be fully connected with your body for the next 30 minutes or so. Alrighty. We're nice and grounded here. Now we're going to take it down into a seated position. You're going to be crisscross applesauce here. Same thing, just focusing on that breath, but now we're just getting our center of gravity a little bit lower here. Palms can be on your knees or they can be flexed up again. This time as you do your breaths, start adding a little tiny neck stretch. Just take it side to side. Loosening up the head here. Still breathing the whole time. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you're here, you can also let your head roll forward. Just do a little tiny semicircle. Loosening up the back part of your neck here. If you do decide to take it all the way around to the back, Make sure that you keep a few fingers spaced there so that you're not pinching any nerves, okay? We have some very sensitive nerves in the back of our neck that we want to protect them. So if you are going to take a full circle or do a semicircle to the back, make sure we are leaving that space. Still continuing to connect that breath. A few more moments here. I, for one, tend to keep a lot of tension in my shoulders and my neck. So I love this one, especially starting off. It's just nice to get in tune with where your tightnesses are each day. Alrighty, now that the neck is loosened up, let's take a few little shoulder rolls here. You can do both, you can do single, you can go forward or back. Just loosening up the shoulders, the upper back. Still breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Alrighty, those shoulders are starting to get loosened up now. We're going to take it out on our mat. For this one, just go as much as you can. If you want to go into the full downward dog, you can. If you just want to start little tiny moving through, just get your flow. Everyone's going to be a little bit different, okay? So we're going to start. We tuck those toes. You press up through the hips right here. It's our downward dog. So your head and neck should all be in line. Make sure you're not cutting it off at all, okay? I really want you to think about pressing your heels down into the mat and also pressing your lumbar spine. So that's the lower part of your spine. You don't want to be arched like this. We want to think about flattening it out, okay? We're in a nice downward dog here. Still breathing. Take a few moments. You can walk out the feet, rolling through each of your metatarsals. Stretching these feet here. Just get comfortable with it. If you want to just stay pressing those heels down, you can, or you can keep walking it through with me. Alrighty. We want to make sure we're moving through these stretches because we are going to be doing our dynamic stretches right now. So keep walking it out. A few more seconds here. Alrighty, from here I want you to take it into a plank. Hold it here for a quick moment. Your shoulders are right over your hands here, okay? And I want you to lower it down, keeping those elbows pulled nice tight into your sides. Tight, tight, tight. We tuck those feet and press it up. We're in a cobra here. You can either be in a full cobra or you can be down in a half cobra. Totally up to you. This one's just gonna not stretch out the lower back as much, and this one will. As we're here, we're focusing on that breath, of course. Take a little head circle just like in the beginning. Loosening up that neck. Alrighty, we're going to tuck those toes again. Press those hips back up to a downward dog. We're going to do this a few more times, just getting a nice flow going. So once again, you can roll through those feet, stretching the metatarsals. A few moments here. And we're going to take it to a plank. Hold, hold, hold. Engaging, squeezing those shoulders down, elbows into the sides. We tuck it up to a cobra. And once again, little tiny head circle here. We tuck those toes. We press those hips back up. You should start to be getting warm. I know that I am for sure. Pressing those heels through. We're going to go a few more times with this stretch. Getting everything nice and warmed up, connecting that breath to those muscles. We take it back to our plank, we hold it. Shoulders are right over those wrists, engaging in the back. We're not sinking here, we're engaged. Squeeze down, elbows into the sides, tuck, 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 and press it up. And tuck those toes. Let's do this one last time here. Downward dog, rolling through those metatarsals. And we take it back to our plank. Nice and flat here. Squeezing those elbows into the sides and press it up. Once again, you can be in your full cobra or you can be in your half cobra. Whatever your lower back is telling you today. Good. Alrighty, from here, we're gonna tuck ourselves back into a child's pose. We're in a nice child's pose here. So for this one, I want you to actually open your knees up a little wider. So if you're on a mat, you want to try to get your knees on either side of your mat here. That's just going to really open up those hips, our flexors, our rotators. Get nice and in there. That's another part that is especially really tight on me. I think for a lot of people who exercise and run. Okay, so here, your knees are open. You're going to walk those hands out. I want you to think about pulling away here. So you're not just sitting in it. We're still doing a dynamic stretch. So we're sending energy through those fingers, almost like we're gripping the ground, pulling away here. Forehead can be down on the mat. And make sure you're taking your nice deep breaths here. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Alrighty, this one is going to be a little bit more of a static stretch. I want you to take your right arm, you're going to tuck it under your left. Okay, so we have a nice shoulder stretch here. You can feel it all along the shoulder here. Opening it up, just get a nice little stretch. This is a static one, so we're going to sit in this stretch for a second, so make sure you're breathing. And we're going to bring it back, both hands out, reaching on the ground or on your mat here. Let's take that left arm, send it under your right here. We have the same stretch. Good, bring it back, regular child's pose here. Now we're gonna open up the side here, your obliques. I want you to walk your hands over to your right knee. Try to get your nose down to your knee, that's the goal, okay? So we're stretching here, you're gonna feel a nice opening up on the left side. And walk those hands over to your left knee, now feeling the open stretch here on your right side. And bring it back to the center here. Last time, forehead on the ground. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Alrighty, you're gonna bring it up onto all fours now. So we have some nice 90-degree angles. Our our shoulders are right over our wrists, knees and hips in line here. Here I want you to just take it through a cat and cow. Exactly what it sounds like. We all know cat and cow. Love this stretch. Make sure you're not sitting here into your lower spine, yeah? The supine spine, our lumbar spine is really sensitive, so we want to make sure that we're nice and gently moving through these stretches. We're not just flopping into it, yeah? So take your nice cat and cow here at your own pace, just getting in touch with your body. Keep that breath moving.
Of this total galaxy, the real
few more here.
Is the whole universe.
Alrighty, now from here, take it back to a neutral. Now we're going to connect that right shoulder to your right hip. Okay, so it looks like this.
It's expressing it.
And then we connect the left shoulder to left hip. And same thing, you're just going to move through this at your own pace. Stretching out those obliques. A few more. Alright, take it back down to a child's pose here. Last time sitting in this child's pose, okay? So really get your nice deep stretch. Open those knees up a little more if you can. Opening up those hips. Beautiful. Walk it back up. We're going to roll it over into a seated position now. We're going to start getting in touch with those hamstrings. Another muscle that likes to be super tight, especially for people who've been running outside because the gyms are closed. So I've been doing, my hamstrings have gotten really tight. So we're just going to slowly ease into this. We're going to start. Your right leg is going to be out. You have a few options here. Your left knee can be all the way up here, or you can turn it out. It's really whatever is comfortable for you. You're not going to be able to go as far as you think with this leg. It's going to restrict you a little bit, okay? But that's good because I want to just start slowly easing into the hamstring stretch. So inhale up, deep breath, exhale over. You might be here. If you're getting a good enough stretch, that's fine. You try to stretch a little more. Ideally, you want to try to reach for those toes and get your nose to your knee. That's the goal. But nice and slow, ease into this. Great time to use that breath. You can inhale, and when you exhale, try to stretch a little farther. Let that breath help move you into your stretch. Focusing on that right hamstring right now. And roll it up here. Right hamstring is awake, starting to get it stretched out. Switching, left leg is out again. Your right leg can be up or it can be down, whatever is most comfortable for you. Take an inhale in and exhale, reach over for that left foot now.
Tuesday that Prodigy was hospitalized a few days ago in Las Vegas, and according to complications caused by sickle cell anemia crisis is what the publicist is saying. He also said that Prodigy has battled sickle cell since birth and was in Las Vegas for a performance. The exact cause of death was not clear. Prodigy was born Albert Johnson.
Few more breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we roll it back up. Great, now we're gonna have both the feet there. I want you to actually grab your quads here, shake them out. Shake, 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 shake. Any lactic acid that might be built up. We're gonna shake it all out right now. Alrighty, take an inhale in. I want you to check that posture now. We tend to sit in our lower back, if we're not thinking about it. So really think about that posture right now, having a nice straight spine. Inhale, arms come up, and exhale. This is where we want to try to really stretch all the way down. Your feet can be flexed or they can be relaxed. You can even point them if you're a dancer, but I mainly want you to think about keeping those knees straight. Try not to let them pop up. Once they pop up, that means that you're probably at your limit, okay? So really, again, our goal is to get our nose to our knees, but you just go as far as you can using that breath. Once again, as you inhale, think about stretching a little farther on that exhale. Try to let your neck relax as well. A few more moments here. Take a few more deep breaths for me. And tuck that chin to roll it up. Beautiful, hamstrings are awake. We're gonna take it back onto our back here. Hug both of those knees into your chest. Just take a little rock here. Going from hip bone to hip bone, a little tiny baby rock. You can let that neck rock as well. Beautiful. Alrighty, this is one of my favorite stretches. I love the name of it, I love the feel of it, I love the look of it. It's called the Happy Baby Stretch. So flex those feet straight up towards the ceiling. You're going to grab the soles of your feet and you're just going to try to press those knees down into your mat. And you can take a little rock here. The Happy Baby Stretch. This stretch just makes me happy. Pressing down, you're going to feel a nice opening in your hips here. Beautiful. Alrighty. You're going to keep that right knee pulled into your chest. Your left leg is going to go straight out on the mat. For this one, I want you to think about pulling that knee in towards your chest. Take a little ankle circle both ways. Alrighty. Now with your left hand, you're going to pull that right knee across your body, opening up the lower spine here to get even more of a stretch. You're going to take that right arm and look over to your right hand, really opening up the lower spine here. Alrighty, you're going to stay here. If you can, I want you to try to straighten that top leg. Okay? You're going to keep your knee as straight as possible. I want you to feel it all along the outside of your leg. Try, if you can, to reach for either your calf or your quad and try to pull that leg a tiny bit closer. And you know you really have this stretch once you feel that tension all the way from the hip down to the ankle. Not the most comfortable stretch, but it's a really good one to do. But you don't have to do this. You can just stay in the bent leg if the straight is too much. And we bring it back. Hug both those knees into your chest again. Take your little rock. And now we're going to send that right leg out on the mat. Left knee is pulled in. Little ankle circle. Counterclockwise and clockwise. Alrighty, we take that right arm. We pull that left leg across the body. Left hand opens up. And take a little look. Stretching nice and deep into that lower spine. Alrighty, now you can choose to straighten that leg if you would like. Try to pull a little bit closer to your nose, feeling that nice opening stretch here all along the outside of your leg. Again, it's not going to be the most comfortable stretch, but it feels really good after to be nice and loose. Alrighty, bring it back, both knees in. Last time, take your little rock. Alrighty, we're going to roll it back up to a seated position. Bringing it back to our butterfly position. Soles of your feet are together. I want you to grab your ankles, roll those shoulders up back. Again, making our posture nice and long here. We're not sitting. Have as much of a straight spine as you can. Good. So now I was saying that we're going to do some forced exhalation breath. We're going to start getting in touch with that breath right now. So forced exhalation breath, it's mainly used in Pilates, and it's just really good to focus on connecting the breath to your movements and making sure that you're always breathing, but we also can do it in stretching. Okay, so we're going to inhale, and then you exhale. You force that breath all the way out. You want to get your breath out as much as you can. Make it all the way till you feel like you can't push any more breath out. That means that you're doing it right. Do it a few times at your own pace here. You're going to feel those abs tighten up at the end. That means you're doing it right. Take a few more here, just really getting in touch with that breath. Good. Roll those shoulders up and back. Press down. Hands are still on our ankles here. We're going to try to get our nose to our toes. I tell my kids that I teach dance to, it's like you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, your feet, and you try to eat it. Okay, so you're pressing those knees down with your elbows if you can, getting those the nose to the toes. You're using your elbows to press down to open those hips up even more. You don't have to. You can just do a little stretch. But if you would like even more of a stretch, you're pressing down. Alright, now we're going to walk it over to our right knee. Just a little different variation of this stretch. Again, try to get your nose to your knee. And walk it over other side. And back to the center. Roll it up. Take a little shoulder roll. We're going to do a little bit with our arms here. You can either stay in the butterfly position or you can go crisscross applesauce, whatever is more comfortable for you. Take some little shoulder rolls, just like in the beginning, forward and back. Alrighty. We're going to take our right hand, send it out. You're going to grab your fingers, stretching out that wrist. I know it's kind of funny that we're stretching out our wrist, but we don't want to forget about that part of our body. It's also important to stretch. So just as much as you can go. Some people have really flexible wrists and can go way back. Some people don't. So wherever you feel that, stretch. And flip it over, same thing. And switch. Flip. Alrighty, both arms open. Bring that right arm across, stretching it out here. Press that shoulder down. Make sure that your shoulder isn't up into your ear. Opening up the side of the arms. Still moving through that breath. I know I sometimes forget to breathe, so I have to verbally remind myself. Switching left arm. I see that some people are commenting, but I can't see from where I am. I will check afterwards. Alrighty, we're going to reach it up. You're going to try to reach your fingertips to right in between your shoulder blades. If you want, you can pull that elbow with your other hand. Little tricep stretch here. Switching. Beautiful. Let those arms just fall. I want you to sit into this position now. Bad posture. Do some bad posture. Sometimes it feels good to just sit. Alrighty, and now let's make that posture nice and long again. And let everything just sit. And make it nice and long. And one more time, just flop. And back to nice and long. Beautiful. Alrighty. We are going to bring it up onto our feet now. We are almost done. Little time check. Beautiful. We have about 10 more minutes. So now we're going to have our feet open on either side of the mat here. I'm going to face you guys. Alrighty. You're going to tuck your chin to your chest. You're going to roll it down. So I want you to just hang here. Some of you might be able to reach the floor, some of you might still be up. It's totally fine, but make sure you're relaxing your neck, okay? Grab those elbows. Just take a little swing here, loosening it up. We're focusing on those hamstrings again. Beautiful. Alrighty. We are going to walk our hands over to our right leg. It might be reversed for you guys, but I'm on my right. Stretching down into my right hamstring here. Neck is relaxed. You're going to take your right hand, grab your right ankle. You're going to open that left arm up. In yoga, this is the triangle pose. Yeah, the triangle stretch. So you can either have your hand on your ankle, but if that's a little too much, you can bring it up, or you can have it on the ground. You're going to feel this right here, opening up that right hamstring. Your gaze is focused up on that left hand. Nice deep breaths. Alrighty, from here we're just going to switch hands, inverted triangle. Over to the other leg. It's my left, opening up with that right arm. And switch inverted triangle. Take it back down to the center. Grab those elbows again and take your little swing. Your hamstring should be a little more loose now. You might be able to go a few inches lower here. Alrighty, hands on the ground. I want you to just nod your head yes. Loosen up that neck. And now shake your head no. And again, nod yes. This time add your shoulders. And shake no. Shake out your hair. Beautiful. Alrighty, we're going to take it over to the right leg. We are in a lunge here. So for this one, we're going to start trying to keep that back knee straight, okay? So this might be nice and comfortable for some of you, it might not be for others. You can bring it up into a little bit of a higher lunge here if you would like. Ideally, I want you to try to get your hands on either side of your foot. But if you are not there yet, that is okay. Your knee should be in line with your ankle. You don't want to be over your toes like this. You want it to be nice and in line. Alrighty, now you're going to drop that back knee, tuck that back foot. You're going to press into the hip here. It's just opening it up a little bit more. Hands can be on the knee. They can be on the hips, whatever you would like. Nice gentle press. Make sure you're protecting your knee. If you need to keep that toe tucked, you can. Alrighty, hands are going to come up, bring them down to prayer. We're going to twist up and over. Left elbow to the right knee. We have a nice twist here. And opening back up, hands on either side of the foot. Tuck that toe again, press it back up into a lunge. Alrighty, we're going to come through the center here. I want you to try to press the heel into the ground. Some people have way more flexible Achilles than others. Mine's pretty flexible, so you can see that my foot is flat here. Some of you might be up, that's okay. Just try to stretch here. sitting into the stretch, you're gonna feel a nice opening. You're also gonna feel it in your shin and your calf. Alrighty, we're gonna transfer our weight over to the other side. Use your hands if you need. Same stretch here. Alrighty, shift it over into a left lunge. So same thing, get comfortable. If you need to be up all the way, you can be, that's totally fine. Or we can try to be down in our full lunge. Alrighty, now we're gonna tuck that bottom foot, drop the knee, press into the hip. You can take a little pulse if you want. Alrighty, instead of bringing it back up from here, we're gonna actually tuck that knee under so we have a little pretzel stretch here. For this one, I want you to try, if you can, to pull that top foot in so that it's connected, okay? Some of you might not be able to get here, that is okay. Just try to press the knee down. You wanna just feel an opening on either of your hips. I call this the pretzel stretch. I don't know if that's the right term. So if you feel a good enough stretch here, just stay here, or you can take it over. Opening up those hips, breathing. Alrighty, unwind, switch. Now my right foot is on top. Again, try to pull that heel into your side, but if you're still out like this, that is okay, as long as you're feeling that nice opening stretch on the outside of your hips. And once again, fold it over if possible. You're almost done. You guys are doing awesome. Alrighty, unwind, beautiful. You're gonna lay down on your right side. We gotta stretch out the quads a tiny bit. Laying on the right side here. Left leg is on top. You're just gonna reach back for that left foot. Try to keep your knee pressing down towards your other knee. Try not to let it come up. You're gonna feel even more of a stretch if you think about connecting those knees. Nice little quad stretch here. And you're gonna roll over to the other side. Same thing. And bringing it back to a seated position. We are almost there. A few more seconds here. Take it back to either a crisscross applesauce or a butterfly position. Again, whatever is most comfortable for you. Let's just check in with that breath, just like we did in the beginning. See how you feel right now. We just stretched for about 35 minutes. I hope that you guys are feeling a little bit looser. We're gonna take it up towards feet after this, but let's just check in, connect that breath once again. Take a head circle if you would like. A few more deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take a little shoulder roll if you need. And now at your own pace, nice and slow, you're going to bring it up to a standing position on our feet. Open those hips up in a nice wide second position, wider than hip width apart here. Take a little bend in those knees. Your hands can be on your knees or your elbows can be on your knees. We're just going to stretch into the shoulders here. A few more here at your own pace. Alrighty, and our last thing, you're gonna heel toe your feet. So now they are hip width apart, right under you. Feel the ground, all 10 toes spread out on your mat. Really make sure you have a nice solid base here. Check in with that posture. Again, we wanna make sure we're not sitting in our lower spine. Our pelvis is tucked, navel is pulling into the spine. Open those palms up to face me. You can shift your weight as much as you need to really get truly grounded here. Sometimes it takes a second and that is okay. Take a few more nice deep inhales in through the nose and exhaling all that air out through the mouth. Take it back to your forced exhalation so you're forcing that breath out. Take a few more here. And the way that I end most of my classes, we take an inhale all the way up, arms come up. And exhale all that air out. And we take a little bow. And then we shake everything out. Shake out the lactic acid. Alrighty, you guys are done. Thank you so much for joining. Woo! I definitely feel looser, ready for my day. Thank you guys. This video will be saved. I'm pretty sure that it will save on the Facebook, so you can come back. You can do this stretch whenever you need. Cool. Thanks so much, guys. See ya.